Hello guys, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are decorating an apartment. We are back in Myshuno, and this is one of the bigger apartments actually. It's the one that I hate the layout of because for some reason they decided to put the front door in one end of the apartment, which means that to get to the other end of the apartment, you have to make a lot of hallway space and stuff like that, just to make sure that you don't have to walk through bedrooms to get to the rooms in the other end of the apartment. So I was planning on doing something like splitting up the apartment at first, but then that doesn't really suit this kind of layout, so I decided to just make it for one family. And then I was like, it's been a while since I've done anything for the 100 baby challenge, so I figured I'd do sort of like a luxury kind of 100 baby challenge home. Luxury in the way that it's not, it's not supposed to be vintage glamoury or super glamorous or just like really expensive looking or anything like that. But luxury is in the way that when you do 100 baby challenge, usually like you're supposed to start with just the starter money and then build your way up from there. So this is like end game. Like the apartment is huge and it's nice and it has good furniture so that your Sims can keep up their needs and stuff like that. There's just a lot of good stuff for the 100 baby challenge. I did, however, not leave in easels, but I'm guessing that you can, there are other ways to make money as a mom or as a founder or heiress or whatever in the 100 baby challenge. You can, for example, be a writer, which is something that I actually like to do or liked to do in The Sims while I was still playing it. I usually just focus on building now because that's what I like the most. But when I used to play it, I actually had a lot of writer Sims. So that is something that I used to do a lot, and you can definitely do that in this apartment. Otherwise, you can still like put in a couple of easels here and there. You could possibly turn one of the bedrooms into an office instead, or a painting studio or something like that. But yeah, you'll have to find another way to make your money, whether it's like you can't do gardening because technically you could, but there's just no gardening area in this apartment and it's also indoors. I don't know how you're going to make that work, but sure, go ahead. And you can also, or you can't do the easel or the painting thing, but you can figure out other ways to make money that still works for the 100 baby challenge. But yeah, it's just luxurious in the way that it's just a bit nicer. It's very big. Everyone, or not everyone, I don't know why I was about to say that everyone has their own bedroom because that's not true. So the bedrooms are split up in like, there's a room for two teams, what? There's a room for two teens and a room for two kids. And then there's one room which is basically like half teen, half kid. So I guess you could almost call them preteens or something, even though we don't have that life stage. I just felt like there needed to be more than just, I don't know, there needed to be something in between those two, because I didn't want to make another kids room, I didn't want to make another teens room, so I decided to go the middle route. I don't know how to explain that. And then there is also a room for one toddler. So you can't fit in a bassinet in the parents' room, just so you know, like it's possible. She has a huge bedroom, so that should easily fit in there. And if you need, you could also easily fit in two toddler beds in that bedroom, because all the bedrooms are quite big in this apartment. My usual like tactic when it comes to 100 baby challenge homes is to go the tiny house for 8 Sims route. So I just try to fit in as many Sims into one room as I possibly can, or into as small a house as I possibly can, because I know that you don't have a lot of money when it comes to the 100 baby challenge. If you play the challenge, you'll just not have like an abundance of money. So you have to make everything a little bit cheaper, a little bit smaller, and so on and so on. So the bedrooms are usually quite small, but in this apartment, they're actually fairly big. So there's plenty of stuff for the kids to do in the kids' room, plenty of stuff for the teens to do in the teens' room. And like I said, you could easily fit in some bassinets into the mom's bedroom because her bedroom is so big. You'll see later on. But because of that, you can also easily like move out beds if you have, say, 4 teens, but there's only technically room for 2 or 3 in this apartment. You can easily fit in beds for 4 teens instead. So it's easy to sort of suit this family to you, or make this family, or make this apartment suited to, I don't know how to say that, but hopefully you get my point. Also, I hate this fireplace that's here by default, so it kind of like, because it's not in the middle of the wall, like it's out on the right side of the wall, and it's so frustrating that it's not centered. So I just covered it up. I hope it doesn't cause any gameplay issues. I don't see why it would, because your Sims can't actually interact with it, considering it's in another room, like it's in a closed off room. But we'll see. If anything catches on fire in the living room, it's most likely because of that fireplace that I've closed up. If anything catches on fire in the kitchen, it's your Sim's fault, it's not mine. So I was supposed to have a house up on the channel today because the last build that we did was also an apartment. I don't like to do 2 apartments in a row because I feel like that's a little bit, like, I don't like that. I like there to be like a house and then an apartment and then a house and then an apartment. Don't ask me why. I just like that. I like how it looks on the channel. So I was supposed to have a house up today, but I've not had time to actually finish it. And we have early access on Monday, so there'll be nifty knitting nifty knitting videos up on the channel on Monday if you're interested in that. I'm super excited to delve into the pack. I've not actually seen it yet, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I know that it's very pastel-y, and I saw the hanging plants, which I'm looking forward to those quite a lot because I love my plants. So we've been missing those as well. We don't have any hanging plants other than the ones in the debug catalog, so I'm really excited about these ones. But also the color scheme and everything. But if you have any suggestions, like anything you want to see, anything specific you want to see me do with the new pack, please let me know. I'll be recording tomorrow, so I know that's a little bit late, but like I have not had the time. I've also been it's been hard for me to sit down and focus on recording this week because I've been so focused on my foot that I know that sounds ridiculous, but I've had an allergic reaction to mosquito bite that I've never had before, and I've had to try different things, sort of like calm it down. It's not as swollen now as it was earlier this week, so it's going in the right direction, but it's been very distracting, and it's been a little bit difficult to sit here and just focus on this because my mind has been preoccupied, I suppose. So yeah, that's been a thing. I didn't know that a foot could distract me, but hey. So I've not really had the time to look at the pack yet, but I'm looking forward to delving into it tomorrow and record some videos for you guys. So if you have any suggestions, if there's anything you like really want to see from me, let me know, and I'll be taking suggestions, I suppose. I do have a few like written down in my planner. I'm a planner person. I'm not going to show what's in my planner because I want everything to be a surprise. But I do have a planner where, if you're a YouTuber, by the way, if you're a new YouTuber, I can definitely recommend getting a planner or a notebook as well. And then just brainstorm all the ideas that comes to mind, write them down in the notebook, and then when you're planning like your week ahead of time, say you sit down on Sunday evenings and then plan what you want to do throughout the week, then you take your notebook and pick ideas from your brainstorming session. Does that make sense? So that is something that I do. I don't really have like a dedicated day to just brainstorm because I get ideas all the time. So I just write them down randomly, and then I don't take the ideas and put them in my planner. I write other ideas in my planner, but I still recommend doing it like that though. But yeah, I have a few ideas for nifty knitting written down already. But if there's anything again that you really want to see from me, definitely let me know. And also, if you're one of the ones that watched my ooblets video and you want to see more of that, I'm probably not going to continue it on this channel, but I am considering uploading it to one of my other channels. So it won't be the Roblox one because that'll be solely Roblox, but I'll probably, like, if I find time at some point and I really want to sit down and record it, because actually it's a lot of fun. So I sat down and I recorded it. I had so much fun with it. It's fun to try and record other games sometimes, which is also why I enjoy recording Roblox. So it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was a lot of fun. So I definitely want to do more of those videos, also because the game is just the cutest. So I'm probably going to upload it to one of my other channels. I'll keep you guys updated on the community tab, just for those of you who were interested in that. And yeah, anyways, how am I going to juggle three channels? I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. I'll somehow do some magic and we'll be good. Probably not. I think one of them is going to be like really chill, so I'll probably upload a couple of videos a month, and then I'll mainly focus on Sims, of course, but also try and spend as much time as possible on the Roblox one. Roblox is really fun to record. Like, I really enjoy recording Roblox, so that's why I'm like, I want to focus on this now. Also, I know that I'm super obsessed with this wallpaper and also the flooring, and I keep doing this trick with the flooring, but I just love how it looks. I love that it just makes the flooring a little bit more busy, you know what I mean? So I've been doing this quite a lot. For those of you who don't know how to rotate your floors, whatever, you can click on both full stop and also comma, and that'll like rotate them right or left or 90 degrees one direction or the other direction. And this is basically how you do this kind of flooring. I get questions about that every time I make it, but I also think that I mention it in most of the videos that I do it in. Probably not. I'm really bad at mentioning, like, explaining tricks and stuff that I do, but I don't know. I just forget when I do voiceovers. I think I'm also half assuming that you guys already know what I'm doing, because why would I know something that you guys don't know? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I just kind of feel like I don't need to explain it because you guys would already know. But yeah, basically that's why, or that's how you do it. You just press comma or full stop, and it's the same way you rotate items if you don't use the Alt or the Alt button and your mouse. So you also rotate using comma and full stop. At least I think you do. I haven't done that for the longest time because I only use Alt and my mouse, because I like having full control of how much I want to rotate an item. Also, by the way, if you're curious about freely moving items, you also just hold down Alt. Now that we're on the subject, I might as well just explain it to you. And also, I think this is important to mention, but you also need to use Sims 3 camera to make that possible, I think, at least. I'm not entirely sure, because I've not ever used Sims 4 camera. When I installed Sims 4, I swapped to Sims 3 camera immediately because I didn't like that my camera was kind of stuck, like I couldn't tilt it back and forth, so I changed that right away, and therefore I don't really remember what Sims 4 camera is like, and I forget to mention that you have to use Sims 3 camera for these tricks to work, but that's basically it. Super simple. Anyways, we have moved on to the children's bedroom. So is this the first bedroom that we're decorating? I think it might be. For some reason, I am super obsessed with this blue on the bed sheets lately. I don't know why. Like, sky blue is just speaking to me for some reason. Don't know what that's about, but I really like it these days. Maybe it's the fact that it's summer and it's just nice and not raining a lot. That's not true. It rains all the time here. But I don't know. It could be something like that. Maybe it's because we've been inside so much because of, world situations, and some of us just miss the sky, looking at the sky. I don't really know. It's philosophical thoughts for you. You're welcome. But I just really like that kind of blue. I like the pattern on the bed sheets as well. I think it's cute and like outdoorsy and just nice and calming for some reason. Enough talk about that bed sheet or those bed sheets. I just wanted to say that I really like that blue in real life right now. I think it's a beautiful color, even though I'm not much of a blue person, usually at least, but that blue I really like. So over in the corner, as you saw before, I thought it would be cute if they had like sort of like a corner where they could do their homework together. So that's why I set up this little office sort of area, but not really a full-on office, because they also have toys down there and decor, and it's just cute. And they have postcards as well. But I thought it would just be nice for them to have this little, corner set up with the tables so that they could do their homework together and motivate each other to do well and all that stuff. Even though I'm pretty sure a corner set up like that would be super annoying in real life, because if you're sitting on one of the chairs and you're trying to get out, you'd end up bumping the other chair, sort of, but it works in the game, so it's all good. And then in here we have the teens' bedroom. So they don't both have a desk like the kids did, but there is a nice desk. I think it's the one from Discover University, and I think I also gave them a laptop because for some reason I just like it when teens have laptops. I don't know what that's about. I got my first laptop when I was a teen, so that's probably the reason. But I figure, I don't know, for some reason it just feels realistic that teens have laptops. Don't know what that's about. but they have one and plenty of toys as well. They also have this little bookcase corner down there with the bed. I just felt like it would be cozy for a bookworm to sleep right next to a bookcase like that. So, and then of course also the wardrobe and the mirror. So they have everything they should need. Not a lot of skill building items except from the guitar, but the skill building items are in the rest of the house. So they should be good. But maybe one of them could become really good at playing the guitar, and since they live in Myshuno, they could be busking for money or something to support the mom or the heiress, or I think, do you actually have to play as, you don't have to play as a mom in the 100 Baby Challenge, do you? I don't really know. Let me know. I keep calling them moms because when I played the 100 Baby Challenge, and the ones that I've seen here on YouTube as well, they've always played as moms, but I suppose you could, I suppose you don't have to play as a mom. I don't really know. Let me know. But the computer is pretty good for skill building as well, and also the mirror. You can do some charisma in there, or in the mirror, I suppose. So they should be, you should be able to level them up. That's not how you say that. They're not, whatever. Age them up, not level them up. I don't know where that came from. Did you guys not know that children don't actually age anymore? You just level them up. So you shouldn't have birthday parties anymore. You should have level up parties. I don't know where I'm going with this. Whatever. So anyways, but you should be able to age them up pretty quickly, I think, at least if they're good school students. I think, what are the rules? They need to have A's in school, right? And then maxed out 3 levels or maxed out 3 skills or something like that. I don't fully remember how it is. Or maybe you just need 5 skill points in 3 skills or something like that. Maybe you don't have to actually max out skills because that sounds a little bit extreme. But I don't fully remember how the rules are. You should be able to get on top of that pretty quickly though in this apartment, I think. If there are any other challenge builds that you'd like to see me try and do, please let me know. I know that whenever I say that, I get suggestions for Not So Berry generations, but because there are so many different generations in Not So Berry, I decide to not do them because I feel like once I do one, I'd need to do the remaining 9, and that's a lot of houses to suddenly commit to. Plus they'd feel like solid colored build challenge in 10 different colors or something, so I'm a little bit cautious of that. And also, do people still play Not So Berry? Are there any of you who still play Not So Berry? Because I haven't seen anybody post about it, but I also know that YouTubers don't, or Sims-tubers, whatever, don't, they don't, how do you say that? Represent what the entire community does. Of course they don't, because not everyone does these build challenges all the time. People actually play the game and stuff, but so yeah, I don't know, you don't see it because people don't post about it. And I also don't really follow a lot of storytelling Sims tumblers just because that's not how I consume stories. I used to read a lot, for example. Now I'm more of I watch movies as I'm working on something, or I watch a series. I just rewatch the whole Lucifer series, for example. That's how I consume stories now. Or if I, start up my Audible subscription again, that would be how I consume stories. I don't read them on Simblr, so I don't follow a lot of storytelling Simblers. But I suppose some of those would be doing those challenges too. I just don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with this, other than I'm curious if any of you actually still do Not So Berry. So anyways, here we are not doing the mom's bedroom anymore. We finished that. So this is her bathroom / laundry room as well. It's very big, very luxurious. This is actually bigger than the toddler's bedroom. Sorry, tiny human, that's just how it is today. It's I'm gonna just straight up say it, it's the layout of this apartment that's weird. Because I can't put a bedroom down here because there are no windows in this room. And I personally feel uncomfortable if I had a bedroom without windows. I just feel like you'd need to be able to open a window, get some fresh air in there, or, I don't know, see the sun when it gets up or not necessarily see the sun, but when you wake up in the morning, you want to see that it's bright outside. You get what I mean? So that's why I don't like to give my Sims bedrooms where they don't have, or bedrooms that don't have windows in them. Whereas the bathroom, it's fine. If you have a good ventilation system, it's all good. Actually, personally, I feel better about a bathroom without windows than one with a window because I know that no one can look in. So my private space, or how do you say that? Bathroom time is private time. So I feel like I just yelled that and I'm really sorry. Also, neighbors, if you can hear me, whatever. But yeah, so I just don't like to make bedrooms that don't have windows. I almost said bathrooms. I don't mind making bedrooms that don't have dedicated bathrooms. That's completely normal here in Denmark, so it doesn't really make any difference to me if a bedroom doesn't have an ensuite. So anyways, but yeah, that's why this bathroom is bigger than the tiny human's bedroom, because it doesn't have a window. Blame the layout of this apartment. Do not blame me, although you're allowed to blame me just a little bit. I could have turned this into a walk-in closet if I wanted to, although I feel like a walk-in closet would not be utilizing the space properly, because the walk-in closet in The Sims is technically just decor. All your sim needs to change their clothes is a mirror, actually. Realistically, they just need a mirror. If you think of it in a more realistic way, you'd probably need like a closet or a wardrobe or a dresser, but gameplay purposes, they just need a mirror. So walk-in closets, as cool as they are in real life, and as much as I adore them in real life, I also put one in my dream apartment when I built that. Was that earlier this week or was it last week? I don't remember. Time is kind of like just flying by. Days are blurring together. It's fine. But when I did that, I also put a massive walk-in closet in it. But for Sims, usually I just feel like it's kind of like a waste of space because your Sims won't actually use them for anything. And I just like to make functional houses and functional apartments with a lot of good stuff for your Sims for gameplay. So this is the teeny tiny human's bedroom. As you can see, it's quite small, and I love this bed from Eco Lifestyle, by the way. It's my favorite, definitely my favorite. It's not categorized properly, so if you look up room specific items, so you know how we have two different ways to categorize items. You have the list where it says comfortable and plumbing and decoration or something like that. And then there's also the other way to go through items, where you look through the items according to what room they'd be in. So you have the office, you have living room, kitchen, etc., etc. This one doesn't turn up under kids for some reason. Or not kids, but it doesn't turn up under toddler for some reason. So you have to go through comfortable to actually find the bed, which annoys me a little bit. I don't know why that is, why it's not tagged properly or what's going on there. So that's why I went through a lot of different beds before I remembered that it's actually in The Sims, just because it didn't turn up correctly, which kind of sucks. I should remember that it's in The Sims already because I freaking love that bed. And then lastly, we are decorating the room for what I called the pre-teens, because there's not a lot of toys in here, but it's also not super teen-like. I think I gave them a laptop, actually. I don't know if I already put it in, but I remember putting down the dresser. No, not the dresser, the desk already. But I just, also, by the way, I accidentally rotated the carpet or the rug right here, but then I decided to keep it like that because I actually liked how it looks. I know that some people don't like when rugs aren't parallel to the walls. Does that make sense? But I like that it adds just a little bit of quirkiness sometimes, so that's why I rotate them. It's kind of like mismatching dining chairs. Sometimes I like to add them just to add a little bit of quirkiness. It's the same thing with rugs. So for this one was an accident though, but I decided to just go with it. And also I gave them a rat, I think. I never used that item, but for some reason I was just in the mood to give them one. Also because it doesn't count as a household member and I really wanted them to have a pet, so it was the easiest option to go with. And I know that some people hate my first pet stuff pack. I personally don't. Do I agree with the way that it was released? No, definitely not, but I don't hate the stuff that's in the pack itself. I think it's very cute, and I think it's perfect for the sort of 100 baby challenge apartment that you possibly want to make a little bit more playful and colorful and just child-friendly and so on and so on. So, but yeah, I don't know why I decided to go for the rat though. I could have gone for a hamster. I personally actually don't mind rats. I think they're kind of cute. Is that weird? I don't think that's weird either. I don't know. Let me know if I'm completely wrong here and you also like rats, or if I'm completely off, let me know. Anyways, here at the end, I just want to mention quickly, I've not forgotten about merch. I'm still planning on doing it. I'm just Still trying to figure out what page I want to go for because I want the clothing to be like, I want the merch to be good quality. I don't want it to be like Teespring, for example. No tea, no shade, but I just want it to be good quality. So I'm still trying to figure it out. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'd love to get some advice about that. And yeah, anyways, that is about it for today. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. You got your high heels on, I'm wearing my worn-out jeans. What could go wrong? Sipping on a beer, sing along to our favorite songs. All I want is you. You make my world spin round and round. Sometimes I don't know what to do, 'cause my heart starts racing when I'm with you.